Hi Kupo, the future of gaming is finally upon us. The PS5, the Xbox Series X is, if you could find them, is finally in stores. The PS4 and the Xbox One are a thing of the past. And since I'm pointing this way, I don't know if you guys can see, but I got my Xbox One right there and I got my PS4 right there. It's made it to my game room. It's a thing of the past and it feels good. I was able to spend a couple hours with both consoles and kind of wrote down some notes and kind of give my personal opinion and my overview of what I think of these new consoles, and kind of tell you these features that I found out and kind of messed with, and hopefully that these notes or these tabs or just my personal opinion will kind of help if for those who don't know which way to go, whether to stay faithful to one side or the other, or if they want to actually jump ship. Hopefully my tips and my notes can help you. And if you're watching this right now, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscription button to get more videos like this, some Let's Plays, and just whatever videos I feel like shooting. Who knows what you're going to get with me. Whatever this thing comes up with, it just pukes out stuff. So if you like what you see, hit that like button and subscribe. And the first thing I want to talk about is just the console design itself. Now, my first impression, I want to say that the Xbox Series X was revealed at the end of 2019, and my first opinion, first glance of it, I thought it looked really cool. It wasn't until I went on social media after where everyone started saying that it looked like a refrigerator. And then the more I looked at it, I just started to think that I looked at my router and my modem. I'm like, that looks just like that. But seeing it in person, I think it still looks cool. Having it next to my TV and just kind of in my entertainment center, it looks real modern. It looks real sharp, and it just looks like a big machine, a big something. When if someone comes over and not really familiar with gaming, they'll look at it and just be curious on what the heck that is. They'll probably think it's like a surround sound speaker, but it looks really cool in person. And then when it comes to the PS5 and just that weird kind of, almost kind of like a bottle, Coke bottle body style, and it made me think of a router too, like a Wi-Fi thing. And that's kind of what I thought. And in person, it looks big. I mean, it is big, but it does look real nice. It looks real sleek. It looks real sexy. And in person, kind of having them together, because I have them right next to each other, they kind of complement each other. For I don't know, it looks really cool. And I don't know if I just haven't gotten into the mindset of like, this is current gen. I'm still just looking at it and just in awe, just like, I can't believe that they're finally here. One thing that I haven't done with any of my other systems is actually stand it up. And I know both of these consoles are meant to be like standing up. I have, not with the PS5, but the Xbox kind of on the side. I think it kind of looks dumb. And then just seeing pictures of the PS5 on its side, it just looks funky. But seeing them in person, I actually like having them standing upright. If you ask me, I think the PS5 looks better. Like I said, looking at them compare side by side, the Xbox just looks like a brick, and then this PS5 looks like this nice wavy machine. Someone who doesn't know what a PS5 looks like or seeing it for the first time, their eyes are gonna look at it and be like, whoa, what is that? And not think it's something else like I would imagine people would think about the Xbox. Controllers. Now, when it comes to the Xbox Series X controller, I don't really have much to say. Like, if you've held an Xbox One controller in your hands, it's practically the same thing. It does feel a little different, like when I'm currently playing Black Ops Cold War. Having the triggers with the ridges and kind of like the grips, it does actually feel nice. One thing I found out about the share button, I don't know, I don't see myself using it, but if you hold it down, it'll record a clip. I think you could adjust the settings to how far or how long you want the clip to be, and if you push it, it's just a screenshot. I was hoping that, like with my PS4 controller, that holding down the share button would open up your broadcast choice of whether you want to stream to YouTube or Twitch, and that doesn't do that. It's mainly for screenshots and recording. But one cool thing I do want to say about the button with the Xbox app, when you hit the screenshot, or if you set a recording, it'll automatically upload to your Xbox app. So within, I think I want to say 15 seconds, that's probably even going too far. In like no time, you get a notification on your phone saying that it's uploaded on your Xbox app. So that's really cool if you want to share your gaming. It's right on your phone, and it's available almost immediately. And when it comes to the PS5 controller, I actually getting down and playing some games for a couple hours. This feels really nice in my hands. I like that it's different. Unlike with the Xbox Series X, it just feels like I'm familiar with it. But with this, it's just something I want to like learn. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure I'll get used to it at one point, but right now I'm playing, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. When it comes to the vibration or the rumble, it does feel nice because it's not just, I mean, it's been a while since I played the PS4 now, but from what I remember, the PS4 just has the typical rumble, just where it kind of feel it in your hands. But with this one, it kind of feels like it kind of goes down the side of the controller, which that feels weird. And with games like, funny enough, the game I'm playing the most is Bug Snacks, but with that, I'm feeling multiple rumbles. Like one of them is like my footsteps going from this side to this side, and then depending on what I'm doing, I'm getting another rumble on this side. And then one cool thing that I'm pretty sure you guys have seen already, the adaptive triggers. Playing Bug Snacks, you can open a camera. When you go to take a picture, it comes down and it doesn't go on the way. You feel some resistance, and you actually have to click on it as if you're pulling down. I forgot what it's called, but if you're actually taking a picture. So that's really cool. That's new. One thing I didn't show before, but there is a mute button. I thought that just lit up if you wanted to mute yourself or not, but you could actually mute yourself from the actual controller. The lights is really cool around the controller. That's not really new. My PS4 controller had a light on the top or kind of around, but this one, it had different colors. There's a color down here, and there's also colors on the side. So yeah, when it comes down to controllers, I'm gonna also favor the PS5 just because it's new. One thing that I really look forward to growing up with like the N64 or the GameCube or the PS2, and just it being brand new, and just I want to know what the controller looks like. I want a new experience, and this really does it with, like I said, the rumble, the vibration, the adaptive triggers, and it just feels new. And it reminds me that the next generation is here. It's here. It's now. But with this one, it's not different enough. And hopefully, or maybe in the future, because I know with the Xbox, there's not really Series X games out right now, so maybe they'll change it up in the future, which I doubt. Just thinking about it. But yeah, when it comes to controller, I'm gonna favor the PS5. Alright, so now I'm just going to talk about the things that I like and I don't like about either system. The first thing I want to talk about is just the games. When it comes to next gen, you want to know what games are coming out. What can I play on it? And even though Xbox has way more backwards compatibility because it goes back all the way to the OG Xbox, but when it comes to the future, what's new? The PS5 delivers. It has the Demon's Souls, and that's exclusive to the PS5. But the Series X, it only has optimized games, which is I guess it's a fancy word for upgrade or upscale. I mean, I know that Halo Infinite is going to come out. I'm not sure if that's also going to be be available on the Xbox One. But the PS5, if that's what you're looking for, you want to play something new or next gen. Maybe you want to go to the PS5. Or if you just like the Xbox, there is going to be Series X games in the future, but right now you're getting upscaled or optimized versions of that game. And not to say that like Call of Duty Cold War isn't like optimized or upscaled for the PS5, because it's also available on the PS4. I don't know if it's just me, but just having that game and having it say PS5 on it, it hits different. I guess that's the best way I could tell. Instead of having like Cold War where it says Xbox One / Series X optimized, It doesn't really, I don't look at it and just think that this is brand new. And when it comes down to features, both systems have a lot to offer. Both systems actually, their loading times, I don't know which one is faster, but the loading times are so much faster, which is really good to see. You can turn it on and pick a game, it loads, and depending on what it is, like for example, a Doom Eternal on the Xbox Series X, I'm in game in a couple minutes, if that. In the PS5, Bug Snacks, and it's not a very big game, and I bring it up a lot, but you guys should check it out if you're able to, because it's a really fun game. It reminds me of Pokemon and a kind of like a Fallout RPG. But anyway, turn it on, load it up, and I'm playing within like a minute or 2 minutes, if that. So getting in game from turning it on and getting inside the game, it's a big difference. I'm used to turning it on, waiting, loading, and then just being on my phone, and then eventually the game comes on. So both have that to offer, which is really cool on both sides. Both systems have a rest mode. When it comes down to that, I've showed you on my unboxing of the Series X on how to go into rest mode, and then with the PS5 it's easier to because you can do it with the controller. Oh, and since I bring that up, one thing I didn't show on the unboxing of the PS5 is that when you're in game, you push the PlayStation button and a little game bar comes at the bottom, and where you can go home, or there's an option to switch games. You could turn it off and you can see what friends are on. That's one thing I forgot to show in the unboxing. When it comes to the actual rest mode, the Series X comes up on top, because when it comes to waking up your system from rest mode, the Series X is almost instant. Within seconds it wakes up. What the PS5, it gets kind of stretches. All right, let's play some games, because by the time it wakes up, you still have to pick your account, and then after you pick it, then it goes to the home. But the Series X is just I'm guessing whoever was logged in last, it just boots up and bam, you're already at the home menu. So that's really cool. Both systems also have a game suspension mode, which is really cool. I think the Switch was the only one that had it, but you could go from playing I'll go back to Bugsnax, or even I haven't tried it with Call of Duty or Warzone, but that's like an online game. But with Doom Eternal or Demon Souls, I tried it for Demon Souls. Go turn it on rest mode and then go to the store or go do whatever you have to do. Come home, turn it on, load it up, and you're right where you left off. And that was really cool. Yeah, both systems do that. Another thing that I would say the PS5 has over the Series X, and this I would say affects people like me who stream or like to stream. The PS5, it gives you the option to either stream on Twitch or YouTube from the system, and the Series X only allows you to stream to Twitch. I know you could use a game capture and go through that, but my computer is not strong enough to do that. It's just more convenient for me just to stream from this actual system. And then plus with these new systems, I have it in my living room. I don't have it in here. So when it comes to people who like to stream on YouTube like me, since this is my main platform, that kind of sucks, because there are some games I would like to stream that I have on the Series X. I mean, there's no problem with me just going on Twitch, but it's kind of, I'd rather not. I'd rather have my game go right to my channel. Whether you care about, or if you stream on Twitch, then you could go with either or, because they do both. Oh, and one awesome feature that the Series X has that the PS5 doesn't is quick resume. I think that's a really cool idea, and I wasn't thinking that I was going to use it so often, just because I like physical media over digital. But when it came to the Game Pass and just downloading games, and just getting tired of Doom Eternal, I want to play. I have Final Fantasy VIII, and it switched like really quickly. I think like a minute or two, and go from where you left off to that game to where you left off on that game. That was really cool. I actually tried it on the PS5, and fortunately it didn't work. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if that's common knowledge, but I found out that way. So you can just go from game to game in a couple seconds. The PS5, I did say it has, when you push the PlayStation button, you could switch games, but it's gonna load up and close the last application you had on. And when it comes to how loud the system is, it's kind of it's anybody's game, I would say. The Series X is very quiet. You hardly hear it. Like, it's a bit little, but that's when I put Doom Eternal, the actual disc, inside the system, and you kind of heard it. But then when you actually play, it doesn't make a peep. But with the PS5, when you turn it on, you hear the inside just kind of, and then it kind of quiets down, and you can barely hear it. But if that's something that you're curious about, I would probably say the Series X is just practically dead silent. And another really cool feature that the Series X has over the PS5 is that when you set up your Series X over the app, and it does this thing, you log into the Xbox app and it links the system to your phone. And then I know the PS5, it has a media remote, but with the Xbox, you actually have hopefully you guys can see it, it has a remote control right on the app. You can control it has the A, B, X, and Y buttons. It has the home. It has the start and select buttons. And then it also allows you to turn on your Series X through the app, which is really cool. Which, like, I get home from the store and I know exactly what I'm about to do. Go on the app, turn the system on, and when I get inside, it's already exactly where I want it to be. I did look on the PlayStation app to see if it had that as well, and it doesn't. But that's a really cool feature that the Xbox has that the PS5 unfortunately doesn't. One thing I forgot to bring up, and it should have been the first thing that I brought up, is that the Series X, if you haven't watched my unboxing videos, is that the Series X was really quick to set up. You turn it on, it boots up, and then, like I said before, it does its thing, and you set up on the app, and within, I forgot how long, but then you're in game, and you're downloading games, and you're playing. With the PS5, it seemed like it was update, this, that, and it just took a while. I think it probably took, the transfer of PS4 data to the PS5 took just about an hour, just under an hour. So with setting it up and then the transfer, I probably finally got to play something like 2 hours after I plugged it in, which after all that is set up, you won't ever have to do that again. But it was just kind of sucks to where I finally have a new system. I want to plug it in. I want to get into the game. And the PS5, I don't know the right word, but it just kind of takes a long time. The Series X, you're plugging it in and it's bam, 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 and then you're playing. Something that I really didn't like about the PS5 is that I'm pretty sure I made a mistake somewhere in the setup, because after I edited the unboxing video, I kind of realized, okay, I might have made a mistake agreeing to what it said, is that it's limiting the amount of storage that I use right now for the PS5. Because right now I have Death Stranding, Demon Souls, Miles Morales, and Bugsnax on there. And I tried to download another game from the PS Collection, and it was saying that I don't have enough storage or data. And going into the settings and looking at it, I've only used this much out of something that's like this much left. This much is free, but it wasn't letting me because I agreed to something in the setup for who knows. I don't know what happened, and from what I heard and looked up, it's a limited time, and then it's slowly gonna allow me to use more and more storage. That's dumb. Maybe if you just got that one PS5 game, that's all that matters. But for me that have a bunch of PS4 games and just want to continue playing those, it's making it hard because it's only allowing me to use this much right now. So I don't know what's up with that. I'd say that's pretty much it. That's all I got on my notes right now. Hopefully that helped. Hopefully I taught you or showed you some things that you didn't know about either system. But yeah, overall, I can't wait for just this next generation. We just started. These new games that I'm hearing about, Starfield, Resident Evil 8, Final Fantasy 16, and just the future, it looks bright. I can't wait until we get to the moments where these actually come out. And unfortunately, the PS4, I do want to say, was a great generation. The Xbox, it's kind of followed in the PS4's footsteps, in my opinion, because and then the PS5 had a bunch of exclusives and the Xbox really didn't. However, I did like multiplayer and online games on the Xbox, but with Microsoft purchasing Bethesda and stuff like that, it makes me hopeful that the Xbox can step up its game and do something different. So only the future will tell, and it's going to be awesome to see what this generation has to offer. And with that, I will see you next time. KupoCola signing off.